People are talking about Maypac is the fight of the century. No way. It's a three-way between Suarez, Chiellini, and Evra.
It's the worst three-way.
It's going to be a little crazy. But people are thinking straight away about Chiellini and Suarez because of what went on in the World Cup. But there's a lot... there's no love lost, sorry, should we say, between Evra and Suarez. And rightly so. Suarez was convicted and charged in terms of the FA.
The biting.
Racially abusing Patrice Evra. So they got into an altercation. Some words were said. I know if you can read up on the case, you can see what happened. But Suarez was banned for 8 games because of this, much to the opinion, against the opinion, obviously, of his coach at the time, Kenny Dalglish, who said that it was unjust. But many people agreed that Suarez had to be punished. So it went forward, and they met, and when Suarez came back, Suarez refused to shake Evra's hand. Manchester United won the game. He celebrated in front of Suarez. It was a whole big thing around it. It was a big drama series, but it just adds to the anticipation of this final. We might not have the El Clasico final that we would have loved to have seen, but we do have an eagerly anticipated matchup between two good teams with some rivalries.
I wanted Juve. I love Juve.
You love Pogba.
I like Pogba. I like Pirlo. I don't know how I feel about Evra because, first of all, Suarez is better than Evra.
Of course. Well, Suarez is a good player, yes. He's a better...
Yeah, right. And just like, and he's obviously on the Luis Suarez, I have to do everything perfectly right PR tour because he's kind of got some bad publicity. I wonder why. Maybe for racially attacking Evra, maybe for biting players.
Yeah.
And we'll do a whole thing on Chiellini and the biting, whatever you want to call it, later on as we get closer to the Champions League final. But the thing with Evra, like, so biting somebody, that's crazy.
Yes.
Racially attacking somebody, that's inhuman. Like, come on, man. We live in 2015. And then whenever this happened in October 2011, like, at that point, too, get your shit together, man. Like, it's a different time. Obviously, Evra is a good human being. Like, what did he do to Suarez to really make this happen? So I would love for the handshake, something to happen. Well, anything. Words being spoken, just like the look on their face.
Yeah, there's going to be that. Did you see the camera when Ronaldo was hitting that free kick against Buffon? It was like the best editing I've ever seen. It was like, well, Ronaldo knows because he looks at the screen. You can tell he loves when the camera's on him. So that's what he does. He's smouldering. I'm going to put this in the top corner face, and Buffon's obviously focused. But that's what will happen. Evra actually came out and says that he will shake Suarez's hand, but the Frenchman has also warned that he will make his presence known on the pitch. And he's a physical player. He's aggressive, and he will make sure it's only human that you have still a message to send across to someone who racially abused you, right? So you still get that message to send across, and he's still going to have that extra incentive, but he can't let it consume him.
But on this stage, like, look, the World Cup final where Zidane, I can never pronounce it correctly, headbutts somebody and gets ejected, like, you're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot. But in this stage, the Champions League stage, Juventus with everything on the line, who knows when they'll make another return back to the Champions League final. Barcelona, on the other hand, they could be there every single year as long as Messi's on that team. Yeah. With everything on the line, you got to put all of this behind you and have one goal, and that is simply to do everything you can to make your team win.
Yeah, because what do you think is going to annoy Suarez most? Evra coming in, crunching him in a tackle and probably picking out a yellow card, or even worse? Or Suarez having to watch Evra as he lifts the Champions League trophy?
I think it's going to be much worse if he has to watch Evra
lift
that Champions League trophy. But the form that Suarez is on, it doesn't look like Evra or a Chiellini or really anybody can stop him.
Yeah, the thing about Evra is he plays with a lot more with his emotions at the front of his game, so I could see Evra getting caught up in it, whereas Chiellini, I know, is a composed player. He's so experienced. I won't imagine he'll be going out there trying to get another bite on his shoulder. Because we all know that it probably wasn't a good experience for him.
Hungry Suarez.
Hungry Suarez. And everyone's going to be talking about it. So it's very similar, I think, to the whole Mayweather-Pacquiao thing, where everyone was talking about the off-the-scene, the hype around it, the off-the-scene stuff. We cannot sit here. It would be unethical for us as journalists to sit here and talk about Suarez's off-the-field instances solely when we can't just get away from the fact that he's an outstanding player. Listen, outstanding. Probably the best individual striker in the world at the moment. I'm talking about not as much Messi, who falters between left midfield, right midfield, and drops into the hole. A striker, playing the front of the line, holds up the ball the best. He's the best. Best of the best.
Best of the best.
Best of the best.
I'm trying to put together, there was Maypac. Here's what I've come up with. Leave yours in the comment section below.
I know.
Swap hat. Pat Suez. There's nothing that works. I'm trying here.
Maypac is the two last names. You're trying to. You've got Evra there and Suarez like
Patrice.
Evres.
Swap pat. Swap pat.
Swap pat. So bad.
Help me out in the comment section below.
All right, whatever. Let's make sure to tune in to Levra when it comes up in the Champions League final, and leave your comments in the section below from Jason and Francis. Don't forget to subscribe.